does.
This segment is brought to you by the Low T Center. And there's one close to me. There's probably one close to you. And if it's not close to you, that's okay, because it's important to get there, because 1 out of 3 men, did you know this, over the age of 40, yeah, you're going 40. Over 4. Is that what you meant? If you're over 4 years old, you should go to Low T Center and check your testosterone. And the count should be 350. And so we're getting close to the contest is going to involve me going to Low T Center. And you can get in touch with them and make an appointment, or you can walk in. They've got medical staff. They're standing by right now.
Let's continue the Broncos talk for a little bit here.
Okay.
From what I understand, they've got about $6 to $7 million left under the salary cap.
Well, I'm glad you're able to do that, because I worked very hard on Saturday to figure that out. And
well, I talked to somebody over there who told me that was around the number, but it's very fluid.
But it's also very close.
Yes,
what I could come up with, and my number was around 2.5, 3 million. I'm sorry if I interrupted you, but they can make some moves to get a little bit more freedom there. If you want
they can restructure, they can get guys to take a pay cut, they can let people go to get more money. They have to have, and they like to, the Broncos at least, and most teams like to have around $5 to $6 million going into the draft, because you do have to allocate some funds to pay the rookies, to pay the draft choices.
I was including that money.
Yeah.
So when I came up, when they were right up against the $150 million cap, and that's including the $5 million
right, so we're in about the same area here.
Yeah,
$2 to $3 million dollars.
They've got to apply about $6 million to the draft picks, and when you have 10, it's going to be a little bit more than normal. So they're right up against it. I would ask you this, and I'm going offline, but I like to surprise you with questions. Name 5 guys for me that they could cut that would give them some some salary cap relief. Yeah, let's just do it. What 5? We're Les and Woody. This is the sports show. I'm giving you time to think about this. This is the sports show. I'm asking Les, what 5 players would you cut? Now, we're not talking about guys that are making $400,000 a minimum. What 5 guys would you cut? If you can't come up
You're
with 5,
making me cut them, or can I restructure contracts as well?
Okay, I'll accept that. Restructure
DeMarcus Ware. I'm going to DeMarcus Ware and I ask him to restructure. I'm going to Clady and I'm going to ask him for $1 million or $2 million. Well, they haven't made a decision on Wes Welker yet.
But he's not with the team.
That's right. So his money doesn't count against. Bubba Caldwell is still in the contract. I don't know how important Bubba Caldwell is.
Well, he's not making much. He's in the 1 to 2 million. He's close to $2 million.
Okay, so that'll buy you somebody on the open market right now.
Okay, so that's 3.
You're
restructuring. While you're thinking about it, you're restructuring where you're asking Clady to give some back.
Yeah.
You are talking about Bubba Caldwell, cutting him.
Can you go to a rookie who's in the 4th year of his contract and ask him to take a cut? Or cut him?
No, you can't do that. You cut him, so who would you cut?
Well, I would consider Ronnie Hillman.
Ronnie Hillman?
Yeah.
He's in the 1.7 kind of range.
Yeah, I mean, they keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for him to become something, and he showed some flashes here and there, especially last year, but...
You're bouncing around. You're in your mind like I'm doing.
I'm going through a depth chart in my mind right now.
Okay.
And Jacob Tammy, of course. Although he's a free agent. He's a free agent. Take that back.
And he wasn't. Yeah. He had already dropped his money. I don't know how many times you could. Although if he comes back, it dropped from 3 to 1.7.
Do you go to Talib? Ask him to restructure?
No. All
right. So who are you thinking?
We did the deal with you. If I'm the Broncos, we did the deal with you. We're going to stick with it for another year. How about Manny Ramirez?
Sure. Because he might not be in that starting lineup this year.
He's a $3 million guy. Yeah. I don't see his future. Very versatile. Has been serviceable. And that's all you can say at guard last year.
Yeah, and if you're not going to start him, why pay him starters money?
So I was going. I don't know that it's 5, but I'm going to go around the horn. No pun intended. Ronnie Hillman, you're right. Ronnie Hillman is a guy that probably is not going to fit in here with this new system. He's not a guy that's going to be a one-cut back for them. I think they'll take it. He's not making a lot of money, though. He was
he's in the last year of his rookie contract.
Yeah. So I don't know that Ronnie Hillman's got a future here anyway. It just hadn't worked out like as it should. So that's an offensive lineman. That's a running back. Wide receiver, Bubba Caldwell would be, because I believe that Norwood, who was the pride of the training camp last year, guy out of Penn State who bounced around a little bit. He ran a 4.2 in the 40 at the combine. I wonder why people didn't really like his game, because maybe he's matured. Maybe, but he tweeted the other day, complete with rehabilitation, ready to get back to work. I like that.
And Bubba Caldwell really has just been any other guy for them. And he's not returning kicks anymore. Omar Bolden took that over. So
there
Bubba
was
Caldwell,
another guy they kind of like. Did you like, I'm trying to think, Benny Franklin or Benny something?
Benny Fowler.
Fowler.
Yeah.
That was the guy they kind of liked, and they cut him. I mean, he wasn't great shakes, but I think if Norwood makes his team, Bubba Caldwell is the odd man out because Cody's going to come in and work, and they got the tight ends kind of situated. So
Bubba's been a good soldier.
Sure.
And that's one of the reasons he's still here.
He's a good guy, too.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's not a bad guy. So that's my offensive guys. Defensively, they're going to sign Mitch Unrain at some point. I think they're
probably.
He wants to come back. They want him back. They're kind of waiting so that they have this little bit of freedom.
He's inexpensive.
So I would think on the defensive line, you got to think about, even though they're talking about him, that Austin, who came in last year and was a backup.
They've got big plans for him. They've got very big plans for him. He and
Sylvester
Williams are going to go into camp fighting for that starting nose tackle job.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, I'm just throwing names out, that Austin and then the linebackers, the only one that comes to mind would be that they don't bring back Nate Irving, that's how they save some money. And in the defensive backfield, they really don't have anybody. So we're leaving out one important person.
One important person.
Brenton Colquitt. Big number. He's the guy where they can get $2.5–3 million. So if you piled all those together, that would get you the $6 or $7 million that they need to have some freedom.
And you could make a little bit of a splash if you wanted to go after one guy, because there's some very big names still out there. Or you can pick up maybe another 2 or 3 guys who can fill out your roster.
Would you cut Ryan Clady?
Would I cut Ryan Clady? Absolutely not.
A lot of guys have been released.
No.
That's a 10. You know, people talk about Peyton Manning. Ryan Clady didn't play very well last year.
Yeah, I know.
Cut him, and you eliminate $10 million.
According to them,
Put Chris Clark back there.
Was the foot injury, and he's supposed to be healthy now. So
it's one of those things. You just raise an issue that has not been raised by anybody. Is Ryan Clady? You can get yourself a lot of money and 2 or 3 guys.
Because Wood, when he's right, he's one of the best left tackles in the game.
Well.